The recent verdict by the North Gauteng High Court, which ordered President Cyril Ramaphosa to make public the whole record of his decision to sign the controversial National Health Insurance (NHI) bill into law, has prompted a robust response from Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi. The decision, which was made after a number of interest groups and civil society organizations filed a lawsuit, represents a major turning point in the growing discussion over the future of South Africa's healthcare system. Premier Lesufi was unreserved in his strong-worded post. The struggle continues. His remarks highlight the ANC-led government's long-time commitment to universal health care, but they also reflect the mounting opposition from those who contend that the NHI is not adequately funded, transparent, or prepared logistically. The court determined that complete openness about the president's decision-making process is required in order for the NHI bill to be legitimately defended in court. Records, memoranda, public comments, and any expert opinion taken into consideration before to the bill's signing are all included in this. For those who support government accountability, the decision is a significant victory. Lesufi's response, however, draws attention to the conflict that exists between judicial review and policy execution. Lesufi and other proponents of the NHI have often presented the program as the next step in post-apartheid social justice, with the goal of closing the healthcare disparity gap. On the other hand, some contend that the measure would harm rather than strengthen the present healthcare system in the absence of a clear and sustainable financing plan. Lesufi's remark shows a will to go on in spite of these obstacles. Now is not the moment to back down. The NHI is an essential change. In subsequent remarks on social media, he said, "We have to stand up for the weak and the impoverished." Although the presidency has not yet formally responded to the court order, legal experts believe that given the gravity of the situation and its constitutional ramifications, compliance will happen quickly. As activists like Lesufi stay steadfast and pressure builds on the government to provide public justifications for its actions, it is evident that South Africa's journey towards universal health care is still a contentious but crucial battlefield. With his claim that former President Jacob Zuma's group inside the ANC has successfully redirected ANC supporters to the recently established MK party rather than those people just leaving the ANC entirely, Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi has once again sparked a new round of internal ANC discussion. They didn't abandon us. They chose the MK party instead, Lesufi said candidly at a news conference in Johannesburg, highlighting the rising friction and electoral difficulties the governing party is experiencing. The recent election failures suffered by the ANC, especially in areas where Zuma's influence is still strong, provide context for Lesufi's remarks. Voters who feel the ANC has deviated from its basic ideals have been drawn to the MK party, which seeks to carry on the tradition of Umkhonto we Sizwe, the ANC's military wing. Lesufi underlined that the ANC urgently has to re-establish a connection with its historic base of support and address the rising feeling of alienation among its people. People are seeking authenticity and leadership that resonates with their lived experiences and struggles, he said. Lesufi was unapologetically critical of the ANC's widespread factionalism throughout his speech, arguing that it had seriously weakened the party's unity and electoral power. He called on party members to rekindle their feeling of togetherness and purpose, saying, "We must confront the stark reality that internal divisions are driving our supporters away." He cautioned that the ANC runs the danger of losing further support to competing political parties, especially those who take advantage of the ANC's alleged flaws, if it ignores these internal disputes. Lesufi made it clear that the MK party's ascent poses a serious threat to the ANC, as it skillfully takes advantage of the resentment and complaints of people who believe the existing leadership has ignored and sidelined them. His words, "This is a wake-up call for us. We must listen attentively to the people and respond effectively to their needs." His remarks demonstrated a thorough understanding of the changing political environment and the need for the ANC to rekindle its appeal and win back the confidence of its disenchanted followers. The ANC has, as expected, had a wide range of responses to Lesufi's claims. Some party members have repeated his views. agreeing with his analysis of the circumstances and highlighting how urgently the party must change and respond to the justifiable complaints of its members. However, others have rejected his assertions as a flimsy effort to shift responsibility for the ANC's